What's up everyone, I'm Demon Cringe, and today I got some pretty interesting news, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna be talking about our good little buddies over at Bethesda. Oh yes, everyone. So I am pretty much sure that a lot of us are sick and tired about hearing and talking about Bethesda and all that. Basically, the best thing that this company could do right now is just retreat back and continue developing their upcoming titles, such as, Starfield, Fallout 5, and of course Elder Scrolls 6. But it seems like another failure is rearing its ugly head, this time with their decision to halt the development of Elder Scrolls Legends, their trading card game, for the foreseeable future. Oh yes. And we all know why. The first one is the game really didn't captivate the audience as much as Bethesda wanted, and the second one is Bethesda obviously lost a lot of money because of Fallout 76. So it says 3 years ago we said that Bethesda's Hearthstone-like Elder Scrolls Legends is, quote, a refreshing take on CCGs, but its future remains cloudy. Today that future became clearer, and not in a good way. Bethesda announced on Reddit today that new content development is on hold for the foreseeable future. Again, we all know what that means. The Asia-specific version of the game, being operated separately by Gaia Mobile, will not be affected by the change, but the expansion planned for this winter will not be released. Quote, you can still download and play Legends on all existing platforms and compete online as well as in the single-player modes. We will also continue to support the game with the monthly reward cards and a regular in-game events. The community manager, Van Hoos, wrote, quote, the new expansion and other future content, however, are no longer under active development. We will continue to provide ongoing maintenance support. Well, even though they stopped development, at least it's nice that they'll be keeping the game up for anyone who actually, enjoys the game and all that. Plus, these, monthly rewards and in-game events, So it's not all bad, they're still continuing to support, so that's all well and good. The Elder Scrolls Legends made a solid initial impression, and Bethesda put a real effort into supporting it with multiple expansions based on the deep Elder Scrolls mythology. It continued to improve, and while a change in studios from Direwolf to Sparky Pants did not go over well, in March of this year we said it had recovered from the disaster, but Legends wasn't able to loosen Hearthstone's grip on the mainstream CCG market, while players that are more hardcore card-slinging experience seem to be leaning toward Magic the Gathering Arena. That doesn't leave much room for other competitors to move, even when they're based on popular properties like The Elder Scrolls. Unrelated, but CG Projekt pulled the plug on console versions of Gwent earlier this week, a coincidence but also a sign of just how tough it is to establish a solid foothold in the genre. That is actually a very truthful statement, it's definitely, really hard to get into the whole, card game scene and all that. It really is hyper competitive and all. Plus, there's a lot of things you got to do to make the game, nice and balanced, and also very interesting to both like a seasoned and newer players and all that. So yeah, I really don't hold it against CD Projekt for ending Gwent and all that. And the article finishes off with something that basically looks like a goodbye letter, which pretty much cements the fact that they're not going to be developing any future content. It says, as a thank you to community, all players will be given the Tamriel collection, an assortment of new 3 attribute cards and more the next time they log into the game. Quote, we are immensely grateful to work on the Elder Scrolls Legends, to have you as a community, Van Hoos wrote, quote, and we sincerely appreciate the love and support you've given us. And that right there, like I said, it pretty much cements the notion that they're not going to be developing any new content, because if they actually did plan to return to the game at a future date, they would have said something like, we're planning future content down the line and we're excited to get back into it at a later date. But yeah, now that they've said, oh, we sincerely appreciate you and the love and support you've given us and all that, we'd like to have you as a community. Yeah, that's basically just a goodbye letters. So yeah, it looks like that's the end for the Elder Scrolls Legends as it pertains to like a new content and all that. It is good that the game is going to be supported, with like the monthly rewards and all that, giving the players the Tamriel collection for free, and of course the continuing support and hosting the official servers and all that. We're also going to take a look at the little post on Reddit that Bethesda did. So yeah, now let's move over to that. We would like to provide an update on Legends in regards to new content. Our previous roadmap indicated we would be releasing one more set this year. We decided to put any new content on development or release on hold for the foreseeable future. This decision will not in any way affect the release and development of Gaia's Asia-specific version of Legends, which is operated separately, but will inform our decisions on content and future development going forward. Until then, you can still download and play Legends on all existing platforms and compete online as well as in single-player modes. It's new expansions, future content, that's pretty much the same thing that was in the article. Thank you for supporting Legends for these past few years, and for continuing to play with us. We're giving away the Tamriel collection. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that's it for Elder Scrolls Legends by the looks of it in terms of new content and all. Again, this might not be true, but we all know that when a majority of companies say that they're going to be holding off something for the foreseeable future, it's pretty much just them, trying to sugarcoat and say it nicely that they won't be, developing any new content and all for pretty much forever. But yeah, it's pretty nice that the Asian version is gonna get more content and support down the line. But yeah, any player that doesn't speak the language and all that probably won't be playing it all that much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, the reason why this happened is because one, Elder Scrolls Legends did not make a huge impact, because it is definitely pretty hard to get into the card game market and all that. And the second one is Fallout 76 was definitely a huge blow to Bethesda's coffers. It was an absolute failure, across the board. No debate about it and all. And they are pretty much, at least what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to focus all of their efforts on the upcoming titles, which is definitely what they should have been doing from day one instead of making Fallout 76. But hey, what happened. So yeah, everyone, that's been the news today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the bell icon, and if you wish to support me in a different way, my Patreon link is in the description below. And as always, I am Indefinitely, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.